Hey guys, how you doing? You know me, I'm your old pal Jeremy, and this is Radio Free America with Dr. Barbara Schneider. She is not here today. Um, she hasn't. She's been very much under the weather for the last several weeks, and that's the reason why you haven't really seen her. She's very personal about her life and stuff. So um, I've been told I can say like y- y- well, she started out septic at one hospital. They screwed her over, did some crazy stuff. Now she's in another hospital who Sean tells me is much better by leaps and bounds. But now she's got pneumonia. And yesterday they were trying to remove all the fluids and the pus and all of that out. And you know, she means a lot to so many of us. And I didn't want to just do nothing for the weekend. I wanted to do something for Barb. So today's special is what I'm calling this. It's a special of of our show. I am going to be calling it Radio Free America for Dr. Barbara Schneider. Um, what she has done with this show, and we've been doing this show for 8 years over plus eight plus years. We started off at the studio in the radio station, and until this one was made available for us, and we were able to actually build a community of a mixture of people for our, when our politics were not allowed to be heard or spoken about. Dr. Barbara Schneider spoke, and she spoke loud to all that needed to hear, and they found their place with Dr. Barbara Schneider every Saturday morning live on our Facebook and on our Facebook, and then the podcast just went out all over the place. And we got so excited at the end of every show to see like new people appearing in the chat. And then me, I'm seeing the chat, and I'm managing it, and I'm seeing the people in our chat becoming friends with one another. And uh and we just became a family over the years. And we call our fans, if you're just new to us and you're wondering what the heck this is, we call our fans the Barber Babes. I'm a Barber Babe. You're a Barber Babe if you're watching this. And Dr. Barbara Schneider is she's a general surgeon also, but she's specialized in breast cancer and reconstructive breast surgery. And the lives she's saved are innumerable. Um, she has made such a big meaning for so many people, not just the lives that she saved, but the families who loved those lives, who made who got to live with their loved ones a lifetime because of Dr. Schneider. And I thought today we should use this time as a love letter to our favorite doctor, our favorite friend, um, the one we love and we tune into every Saturday morning to listen to. And I know you guys out there, you always wait for my notification if we're going live and stuff. So those of us listening right now, if you know of our regular group, because they're probably not expecting anything today, um, let them know we're live, and what we're talking about today is Dr. Barbara Schneider and just how truly wonderful she is. Um, I think she needs to feel the love that we all have for her right now. And so I'm going to open up our phone line This is something we don't usually do, but I'm going to open it up, and the number is going to be on our screen for the entire length of our show. And okay, I got to I got to correct this because it says Dr. Jasper. Um, okay, and we're going to save that. Save, save. Okay. Um, here we go. Save. Okay. So the number's up on the screen. It's 732 That is 732 237 4949. If you give us a call and you want to tell a story about Dr. Barbara Schneider or what she means to you, or just wish her uh, good wishes, and just spread the love for this amazing person that we've all come to know and love, give us a call and tell us a story. Just say hi. Um, I think of you guys myself all the time. Our girl Liz, or the numerous Deborahs we have, Battaglia and onwards, um, Jeanette. Amongst other um, frequent listeners of our show, and all you new Barbara babes that tune in and have been tuning in. One thing you don't know about is, after our shows are done, Barbara and she like leans over the computer, to the monitor, to see what names have been added to our usual chat, all these new names we're seeing and stuff, to see how much our community is growing. And it's a big deal. It's a big deal for her. And the family also believe that they're, Mort, um, Barbara's husband, and Sean and Charlotte's father, is listening to our shows. I know, I know Mort. Barbara always used to say that Mort was my biggest fan, but he loved the show so much, and he loved listening to his wife go on about the stuff that at the time we weren't allowed to talk about. And she gave she created a soapbox that we could stand on with pride and share our feelings about what the world was like then, and how crappy it was. So please call 732 and we'll send our best wishes to our girl Barb. And if not, our chat is open. Okay. Today is Saturday, February 15th, 2025. We made it. All we had to do was wait, and it's here now, 2025. Um, if you're just tuning in, our friend Barbara she's in the hospital, and she's just feeling not great, and she needs to see some of the love we have for her. And I thought that this would be a nice uh, get well soon card, um, to express just how much she means to us. I'll tell you how much she means to me. I met her, I think, in the office I work at, Dr. Jasper's office, and she was there doing surgeries at the time, and she came in to the lunch room we have, the kitchen we call it, and I heard her talking with Dr. Jasper. I heard her talking with, I think it might have just been the two of them, but they were talking about what doctors were like back in the day in the hospital, where they would, if you had a patient who wasn't well, you were with that patient. You slept there to be with that patient when they needed you. And nowadays it's not like that. They put doctors on the clock, and even if that patient needed you, but you waited your allotted, you worked your allotted time, you had to leave. And I was like, this was me new in the business, and I was still soaking up everything, what the medical industry was really like, and all of that. But I remember that conversation because I think it was the most truthful thing I had heard in such a long time. These two amazing doctors, talking about what the business is really like. And then Dr. Jasper and I, we had our show Painless with Dr. Gabriel Jasper, and uh, then we had Barb on as a guest several times. This is how I got to know Barbara Schneider. Um, so she would come in, and she was so great. She was so amazing. And then she would tell you about the lives she saved. Please, guys, um, I see how many viewers we got so far. Uh, please just text in if you don't want to call, um, and tell me, tell us how you feel about Dr. Schneider. I know it's just me, and you might be seeing my face and be like, "Ah, forget this," but this is just for my friend and for your friend, Dr. Barb, who could use a little extra love right now. Okay. But she was so amazing. And and she took such a risk on me. Like, she didn't really know me. She knew me from the couple of times that, like, two or three times that she met me. And then she hired me on to do her marketing and that. And she and I got a show. And at the time, it was we were hit with COVID, and we were hit with a world that said we couldn't talk about it, and we couldn't talk about the pandemic. We couldn't talk about the vaccines. We had to make up like baby names for it. Remember, we girls, we used to call it Francine and stuff. Oh, here we go. We got Mary Brown. She says, "Boy, have we been missing you." Please, God, put your healing hands on this dear lady. She believes in you. Thank you, Mary. Oh my God. Thank you so much for texting us and expressing how you feel about Dr. Schneider. Um, Again, those of you who turned in, she's been feeling really bad, and she has pneumonia right now, and she needs prayers, she needs love, and so for this hour, I'm going to be here, uh, hoping for messages from you guys. And again, like, I know it's just me. I know she's the star, but I hope you'll stay long enough to express how you feel about this amazing woman, and then yeah, split whatever. You got a whole day to do. Um, so yeah, she and I got this show, and it was kind of like a blind show because we didn't have a community then. We had just ourselves, and I got to tell you something. At that time, when you weren't allowed to talk about anything, Dr. Schneider gave the current administration at the time and all the bullshit about the Rona and all that, the big giant finger. And she stood up strong, and she didn't fight for herself. She fought for us, to give us a voice, to give us some place where you were allowed to listen to truth rather than an elaborate, you know, play that they were doing, getting information from the administration. The news channels would regurgitate it up over and over and over again, um, the same bullshit, and it was ridiculous. They put together all of these amalgamations of every news station saying in the same words the exact same thing, as if they're trying to drill it into the American people's minds. This is a form of brainwashing, by the way. And Dr. Schneider saw it and was like, bullshit. That's not happening. If there was anything she could do about it, that's not happening. Now she could have taken this show and just done breast cancer. I have Dr. Jasper. All we talk about is pain and how to get rid of it. That's it on our show. I got Dr. Katzmar, and on our show that I'm doing next, uh, it's a mixture, little bit medicine, a lot politics. But see, that's the thing. Let me see. We got a bunch of people watching, guys. If you can just uh, text what you think about our show, what you think about Barbara specifically. Um, I can read them out for her because I want her to see this and see how many people are coming to the call. It's 732-237-4949 if you just want to say how you feel about the lady, how you feel about our show. Mary just expressed herself saying she's been missing us. Um, Please, God, put your healing hands on this dear lady. She believes in you. That's amazing. Thank you so much again for that, Mary. Thank you so much. But for the rest of our Barber babes, even if you've been phone shy, and we understand that, I understand that, for a long time, and you just want to just say, hey, or text, hey, you do mean something to us. That would be fantastic. Because if we don't get anything, I'm going to have to erase this. So you're going to have to tune in. Um, and like I said, if you saw Barbara's face here, I know you'd be tuning in right away and chatting right away. But anyway, um, so yeah, and then we came to this studio, Barbara and I, and we were able to, well, we kind of, all right. So we got texts we can do, and we started getting people chiming in and stuff. We decided to call our fans the Barber Babes, and the community we created came to fruition, and that for me is what this show's really about. It's not about like so much the things we talk about or anything like that. It's always been about you guys, how you are, how you feel, what you think, and letting you know it's okay to think it. Fighting for freedom of speech, fighting for everything that was withheld from us. Um, and now you got these liberal lefties um, saying that we're going to rip apart the Constitution. I don't know where you've been. The Constitution had been worn so thin by the Biden administration and Harris that it's tissue paper at this point. You know, a single drop of rain would disintegrate it. That was where our rights were in the Constitution, and where they had freedom of speech. You don't have freedom of speech. Even now, we're still fixing it. You don't have freedom of speech. You watch other YouTube shows and they dance around. You're not like, you can't say DEAD. You have to say, oh, that person got deleted. You know, still talking around with that baby talk when nobody's concentrating on the fact that that is bullshit. We should be able to say whatever we like. I think it was right. Rob Schneider. He said, "Oh wait, forgive me. This is Mary again. I also thank you for doing this for her. Thank you all. Yeah. I'm not going to sit down and not uh, tell my friend I love her. I love her like crazy. She's like a part of our family. Um, I see her every weekend, sometimes every other weekend, and it's a bright point on my weekend is getting to see my friend. And when I got the news yesterday, I was so upset. I've been praying so hard, um, and that was another thing. She had like the three C's that she wanted to bring into our show. Oh God, it was a while ago. So Camelot was one. Courage, I think, might have been one, and like caring. Uh, oh, she's gonna kill me for this. I can't remember, but it was always a kindness that she was that powered her. Kindness to tell the people at home that you don't have to be quiet. You don't have to muffle yourself. Oh, we got Nancy here, and thank you guys for posting um, and letting us know. This is great, Dr. Schneider. I will Nancy Urbano, Dr. Schneider. If you watch this, Dr. Schneider, I will never forget her. She saved three of my sister's lives. I am phone shy. I know a lot of you are. So a text would go a long way. Just throw it in the chat. You're with family here. Okay. I am phone shy. She is the greatest. I watch her all the time. I will pray for our favorite doctor. Nancy, God bless you. God bless you. Bless your sisters. And this is what we were talking about earlier. Dr. Schneider is a lifesaver. Now, it's not a like a backhanded turn you know uh phrase. I mean, she saves lives on the daily. The stories that she's told me about the treatment women have gotten uh in hospitals over their breast cancer. There was one great one. I bring it up all the time about this poor woman. She was I think she was a Mexican American, and she couldn't speak a lick of English, although and the hospital was always pushing the breast biopsy, and Dr. Schneider wasn't always on top of that. She didn't like it because in so many cases, you're dragging um, live cancerous cells to healthier parts of your breast. And this poor woman, because she couldn't speak English, she couldn't say understand enough to say no, no, not anymore. She was riddled with the little. Let me take this off. She was riddled with the little rivets that they leave behind, these little metal things, so they know where they did their biopsies. Riddled with them all across her chest. And Barbara was she lost her mind at the treatment that she was getting. She always had a saying. She doesn't treat the breast; she treats the whole woman, and that's important. It tells you about how important it is for her to know her patient personally. Oh, really, really intimately. Know her patient. She's going to save your life. So this woman is everything to you, and she knows that. And in so many ways, you have been everything to her. What she's been able to do for you, and just seeing you go on and live for more years than you might have. It's been everything for her. Now, while we're waiting for some more texts uh, in our chat, we are live today, guys. Nancy just said something absolutely wonderful. Oh, here's Deborah Battaglia. Just saw this. How is she, please? Okay. She's there is a release date for Saturday that the doctors are hoping for. Okay. But she is weak, and she has been for weeks now. Last week when I called her and asked how she was, you could hear it in her voice. She was wrecked. She did go to a hospital in Philadelphia, and when she was going septic, and they just effed her over. Like by the time she got home, like she couldn't do anything, like anything at all. Her voice became so weakened, it was barely a whisper. Um, I called her last week, and I was able to speak to her, and I could hear it. I don't really push her for information, guys. I know, Barbara's a very private person if you know her, and so I didn't really push too deeply. I just told her how I felt about her. I told her I loved her, and I'm thinking about her. Last night, Sean called me and told me that she has pneumonia now, um, and she's in the hospital. And they were doing it was this thing due to complications with pneumonia, and they were trying to drain all of the pus and the fluids from her lungs. So I'm sure today she hasn't gotten her strength back yet. But I wanted to do this so people could tell stories, people could text in and spread their love for our favorite doctor. Uh, yeah, I have no doubt she's been putting up the brave front and going into the office over the last couple weeks. But believe me when I say she is in no shape, way, shape, or form, really. We got Margie Kramer. She says, "Get well wishes to the very best, down to earth, and tell it like it is, physician. Love you. Kick it. Get well." And she's praying for her. Thank you so much, Margie. Um, Deborah Battaglia, she just saw her for her yearly visit. Roseanne, she says, "Get well soon, Barb, and a heart and more prayers." Yeah, she needs this. She needs to see this love. She needs to see us barber babes stepping up and just spreading the love a little bit in our chat here, because she reads every message even after our shows. She likes to go through all the messages, and because when she's doing her show, she's really in her zone, and she spends the entire week uh planning her show, writing everything down. She's got pages and pages of script with everything she wants to talk about, everything what she wants to educate us all about. And then of course her Bible references at the end are a favorite for a lot of us who have been listening to her for a good long time. She's been doing that from since the start, by the way, when we were back in the studio at the radio station. But now we're still live every Saturday morning from 6 to 7. Right now it's 6 to 7. I like to flip them back, see from 7 to 8 and stuff with Dr. Jasper, just so everybody gets to see us or be able to listen to us at a better time. Um, let's see, we got Deborah Battaglia again. Let's see what she has to say. "I have no words about how I feel about this woman with her. She's been with her for 26 years. 26 years. Special place in my heart." Oh man, Deborah, that's amazing. Um, and then we've got Annette Spinetti, Plaka. Oh, that's a beautiful name. She says she misses you. Please be strong and heal quickly. See, Barb, this is it. We love you so much. What you do changes people, not just in the operating theater, but this theater right here. You've changed people's lives. You've made people aware of what was going on through a world pandemic. That's no small feat, and you gave us a voice in the dark, and uh, and for me, I got out of it all. One of the dearest friends I have is Doctor Schneider, and I do love her. I love her very much. Uh, So those of you who are not phone shy, uh, if you want to call in 732-237-4949, just tell a story. Just say I love you. Just say anything, and those of you who are phone shy, please keep on texting. Text your love. And yeah, we're doing good. Our numbers are great here. Um, and we got Melissa Riley. She said, Dr. Schneider saved me from triple negative breast cancer. We are all praying for strength. Um, you are an absolute rock star. Please get well soon. We love you. Can you imagine life without someone like her? Like, look at the lives she's changed. Melissa, a triple negative breast cancer survivor. Um, and it's all to Dr. Schneider. And we got Sean here, my broski from another Moski. Oh, he says, guess who's up and listening? Oh, so Barb is listening to us right now, guys. So please text everything here. If you want to call in, Dr. Schneider is listening. So our phone number is 732. No, that's not it. 732-237-4949. That's 732-237-4949. Or throw a text into our chat and let's tell Dr. Schneider she is loved and we miss her and we want to give her our strength so she can get through anything. Okay, we got another message here on the chat. Oh, it's Sean. She says, well, she listens as long as he's here. Yeah, well, she needs a little help right now, and that's what this whole broadcast is about. We got Luann Buffa. She says prayers for you, Barbara. Lots of prayers and hearts. She loves you so much. She says, "Now, come on, that's amazing." Luann, I don't even know if you go in our chat very often. See, this is what I'm saying. We got a lot of new names that I added every week when we're broadcasting who join our community here on Radio Free America with Dr. Barbara Schneider. Now, like I said, this is a special I'm doing. This is Radio Free America for Dr. Barbara Schneider, and I think she needs us now more than ever. Okay. We've got Roseanne again. She says, love you, Dr. Barb. You got this. Strongest woman she knows. She is. Dr. Barbara Schneider is one of the strongest people I know. Now, like I said, she's a very private person, but I've been fortunate enough to hear some of her stories, and some of you have as well, about what it was like for her when she was coming up as a doctor, and she had like two strikes against her back then. One, she was a woman, and two, she was Jewish. Okay. And here's a Jewish woman trying to become or going up in the hospital that's dominated by men. And she has to prove herself in a fashion that she shouldn't have had to. But those were the times. And that's just how it was. And she fought. I've never seen this lady do anything but fight. She fought for that. She fights for us. She fights for her patients. Um, she spent her life doing this. This was her life, you know, and she saved so many lives. How many of us can actually say that? I mean, some many of you who are listening right now, you know it because you're living here. You lived long enough to hear this, and it was because of Dr. Barbara Schneider. She's listening. So go in the chat, say hey, like you normally do, because Dr. Barbara Schneider's listening right now in her hospital bed. And I just want to give her this. I want to give her this get well soon card, or whatever you want to call it, a love letter to our dearest friend. Mary says, Barbara P. Schneider, MD, FACS. You always plug. Wait, let's put this up on the screen. You always plug Let's Go Brandon. I think they should shout it out their window. Let's go Barb. Bravo, Mary. Mary's coming with the stuff. Sean says, thank you, everyone. It put a smile on her face. This is what this whole thing has been about, guys, is putting a smile on our favorite person's face. And I love my friend. I do. And I just want her to feel strong. I want her to know that we're all there for her. And oh, we got a call. Let's see who this is. Hello?
Hi, Jeremy.
Hey. Who's this?
It's Deborah Battaglia.
Oh, Deborah. All right. This is the first time we're actually, talking together here.
Yes. I just had to share a little tiny story that I had with Dr. Schneider that 26 years ago. And I will not, this is the kind of person that she is. I walked into her office completely scared out of my mind. And it was the first time that I was meeting her. And my husband was with me. And I couldn't stop shaking. I have never been so frightened in my life. So I'm waiting in the room with my husband and waiting for Dr. Schneider to come in. And she comes in and she's Dr. Schneider. She comes in, she's ready. And my husband turns around to her and he said two things. He said, first of all, she's not going to hear anything that you're saying because that's how scared I was. And my husband knew that.
Right.
And you have to tell my wife that she's not going to die because I think, once she gets past that, it'll be okay. So Dr. Schneider, in all her wisdom, turned around and said to me, you have more of a chance of getting hit by a bus than you will die from breast cancer. And that was the beginning of that whole entire thing that went on in her office. And she took, that paper that they roll out on the examination table. She took that piece of paper and started doing diagrams on it to explain to me what was actually going on, because I had no idea.
Sure.
And I saved that sheet of paper for years and years and years. And this is a story that I'll just never, ever, ever forget it. And only because I know that I can say this with comfort. My husband My husband's next reaction was, "It's okay, just take it off. Just cut it off, take it off." And Dr. Barbara said to my husband, "Whoa, whoa, Dad, take it easy, Dad. Take it easy, Dad." I will never, ever, I can't even remember what breakfast was yesterday, but I will never remember my first encounters with Dr. Schneider. And my heart goes out to her. I pray for her. She is such, such an
Now,
amazing woman, a
how
human being, and a doctor. She really is something else, and I love
how
her.
long ago was this then that when you met her?
How long it was I met her? Well, it was 20. It was it was the summer of 1999.
Oh wow!
Yes, that's when I first met her.
Look at you alive and shining and
Oh,
kicking,
oh yeah,
right?
I'm kicking. Dr. Barber knows you can't put down a Brooklyn bitch. It's not that easy.
Ha ha! Fantastic.
If she's listening, I love you, and get the hell out of that hospital. You don't belong there. Uh,
Thanks,
Take care,
thanks so
everyone.
much, hon. Thank you so much, Deborah. It was great
Thank you,
talking to you.
Jeremy.
It was great talking
Same
to you.
here.
All righty.
Talk soon. Bye
Talk
bye.
soon. Bye bye. Oh, that was great. That was great. Yeah, thank you, Deborah. I'm going to put the number up for everybody else. Anybody else who'd like to talk? And Dr. Barber is listening from her hospital bed right now. It's 732-237-4949. If I didn't, I mean, trust me, I just feel like my friend needs this. I wouldn't have done this otherwise. I mean, like I say, I don't push people. Like she's very private. And I was actually kind of nervous that I might be overstepping my bounds doing this kind of a show, but I'm so happy she's got a smile on her face listening to us talk about how amazing she is. Um, if any of you want to, I'm gonna be closing up soon. So if any of you want to tell a story, send your love, and throw it up in the chat, or you can call 732-237-4949 and tell your story. Tell her you love her. She's listening, and so yeah, Dr. Schneider and I, like since we met, we we've built this show up. Of all the shows I do, this is the most popular one. People found her and just that was it for them. They I'm sticking with this lady. This lady's talking sense. This lady's got passion about what I've got passion for, and I want to listen to it. And over the years, she and I became domestic terrorists together. How many people can you say that about, right? we became, we became domestic terrorists. Uh, and oh, we got Tracy here. Tracy, love you, Tracy. She says, strongest person I've known for the last 20 years. Best boss. She's more of a friend to me. Stay strong, Dr. Schneider. So many people love you and need you. That's true. It's amazing. I need my friend. And Sean says, okay, I'm leaving her until later. Thank you, everyone. First time she's had a conversation in over a week. That's brilliant. I think we did great, guys. Then let's sign off right now. Please keep adding your comments to this thread, and I promise you, she'll read every single one of them, or they'll be read to her. We got Julie here. She says, "Love you, Dr. Schneider. Feel better." Thank you, Julie. Thank you so much. Yeah, we became we became domestic terrorists together. She also, the hospital tried to. Oh, of course, Deborah. Of course, yeah, of course, Deborah. And Mary says, Dr. Barb, you are a breath of fresh air. May God bless you and keep you. Keep you is the operative phrase there. You got a lot of fighting yet to do, lady. Okay. You got a lot of fighting left to do. You have purpose. And if anything, this episode of the special American Radio Free America for Dr. Barbara Schneider has shown it. Yeah, but we were. Oh wait, we got Sean. Yep, I'll reply this for her later when it's a little more quiet here. Yeah, all right, buddy. Of course, Sean. Of course. We got Lauren sending us lots of love. Love straight to Barbara. And Sean says, damn right this woman is going to fight. She doesn't know how to do anything else. She's fought against corruption in hospitals where they tried to shut her down, steal her data, you name it. And she fought against a court case that was going to decide what the hospitals had the right to do to your body. And she was like, F no to that. And they tried to cripple her. They crippled her business for a good time, but she stood up strong. This is all this woman knows how to do. She's been fighting for you her whole life. Her whole life. So with our love today, we're going to fight for her. And we got Roseanne. She says, praying for you, Dr. Barb. Hope to see you soon. We are all praying for her, and we love her dearly. So I'm going to end this now. Please, guys, keep commenting in this chat here, and Sean will read them out to her when he visits her, and when it's not as chaotic there as I'm sure it is. In the meantime, Barb and I love you all, and we all love you, Barb. All of us. You made us be able to express ourselves in a time when everyone else was telling me that we couldn't. This land of the free and this home for the brave became a lot less grim during those times because you were on the air speaking out against all the injustices that the administrations did to us all. And thank you, my dear friend. And we love you. That's Margie Kramer saying thank you, and Melissa saying good job, Jeremy. I'm just so glad this worked out as good as it did. When you yeah, Margie's giving hugs and kisses. Yeah, I'm going to cut it short now. So this has been a love letter, a get well soon card for you, Barb. And Julie just chimed in with punching bag and prayers, because this lady is going to be fighting, and she's got more years to fight. All right. I love you guys. Enjoy your weekend. Give us your prayers. Give my friend your prayers. And she'll be thinking of you like you're thinking of her. All right. So God bless everybody. Be kind, and we'll see you extremely soon. Okay. As soon as possible. She'll be back. I know it because it's Barbara Schneider.